Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you've enjoyed this week. It's certainly been a scorcher. I know some of you have been on the beach and some of you have had barbecues. I hope whatever you've been doing, you've had a really good one. So, if you were asked who would you most like to meet in the whole wide world, I wonder what your answer would be. I did ask some of you that this week and you've given some really amazing answers, and it shows what an amazing bunch of children you are. So these are the answers you gave me. The first answer was Isabel, and she would like to meet the Queen. And Isabel, you would say to the Queen, please can I stay with you in Buckingham Palace? Wouldn't that be amazing? Jessie, you wanted to meet Paul Furio, I think that's how you say it, and you would ask him which programming languages are the best. And Jessie, I think I could do with your help with some of the technology. You know what I'm like with computers. Sophie, brilliant person. You wanted to meet Abraham Lincoln, and you would ask him, how hard was it to get where you got to? I think you could have some amazing discussions with Abraham Lincoln. Caleb, Sir Alex Ferguson. You would want to know what tactics he used to win as many trophies as he did, and that might help all of us with our footballing skills. Jonathan, you would like to meet Isambard Kingdom Brunel, and you would ask him how long does it take to build a bridge. Jonathan, I think you're a budding engineer. I think you might be building things. And Nathaniel, you want to meet Boba Fett, and you would tell him that he's your favourite character. I think you would have to speak really loudly so that he could hear you through that helmet. So some amazing people you would like to meet. There's a programme on television called Mastermind. Some of you might have seen it. And maybe if you went on Mastermind, you might choose some of those people to be your chosen subject. We're going to watch a sketch now about some people that went on Mastermind and thought they knew the person well. And we'll find out whether they did. I hope you enjoy.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to a new edition of Mastermind. Today we have three contestants who have somewhat unusually chosen to speak on the same subject, the life of King Swatop. So could I have our first contestant, please? And your name, please.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, you have 15 seconds to answer questions on the life of King Swatop. Starting from now. What was King Swatop's first dog called?
Pass.
What subject did he achieve a grade A in GCSE?
Come on, how am I meant to know that? Pass.
What is King Swatop's favorite pizza topping?
Hard one. I'm guessing now. Pepperoni?
Good guess, but of course it's custard and peas. Esmeralda, I'm a little bit surprised that you didn't get any questions right. You passed on two. King Swatop's first dog was called Upswat, and he achieved a grade A GCSE in Irish dancing, of course. May I ask why you chose this subject, as you don't seem to know anything about King Swatop?
I thought I did know him well, but obviously not. I was busy and I got carried away building a great castle in Minecraft. I think that was a big mistake.
I think you might be right, Esmeralda. So if you'd like to take your seat again, I'm going to invite the next contestant to join us. Could we have your name, please?
George.
George, you have 15 seconds to answer questions on the life of King Swatop, starting from now. What was unusual about King Swatop's birth?
He was born on a train going over 100 miles per hour.
That's right. Next question. What is Keen Swadup's favourite animal?
It's kind of tricky. Could it be his dog?
That's a good guess, but his favourite animal is a pangolin. Your next question. What makes Keen Swadup bad-tempered in the morning?
What kind of question is that? I've never met the dude. Pass.
George, you have scored 1 point and have 1 pass. What makes Keen Swadup bad-tempered in the morning is the cockerel exercising his lungs at 5 a.m. I must admit that I'm surprised to hear you say that you've never actually met him. I think it might have been worthwhile having a conversation before you came today.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I thought reading a book on him would be enough. Oh well.
Well, thank you for being with us, and we'll move on to our next contestant. And your name, please.
Yafa.
Yafa, 15 seconds to answer questions on the life of Keen Swadup, starting from now. What is Keen Swadup's favourite holiday destination?
Balamoe. I met him there once.
Correct. What is Keen Swadup frightened of?
No. That's easy. Wasp. If a wasp comes into the room, he gets into a total panic. He starts shouting.
Right.
Things.
Thank you. Wasps is the correct answer. Final question, and I have to say this is a rather hard one. What is Keen Swadup's pet hate?
Being lied to. He hates being lied to. If somebody lies to him, it puts him in a foul mood for days.
Correct. Well done, Yafa. You have scored 3 points. And I'm very impressed. How did you know so much about Keen Swadup?
Well, we've been married for the last 20 years.
Ah, so you know Keen Swadup personally. That's how you did so well in the quiz. Well, thank you for being with us, and thank you for joining us. See you same time next week.
So, a bit of a strange edition of Mastermind that was. The first person that went on, thinking they knew a lot about the person, actually knew nothing. They hadn't read about the person, but they also hadn't met the person, and so they didn't do very well. The second person had read the book about the person they were talking about, but they still hadn't met them, and so they didn't know the real important questions and answers that they were asked. And then the last person came on, and this person had done their research, so they'd read the book, but they'd also spent some time with this person. And sometimes in a relationship, it's only when we really spend time with a person that we get to know them, and they get to know us. And that's the same as spending time with God. In your activity sheets this week, hopefully you've enjoyed making some stuff to encourage you to spend a little bit of time with God every day this week. And God loves it when we spend time with him, and we really get to know him, and he really gets to show us what we mean to him and how much he loves us. So knowing God isn't just about reading the Bible. It isn't just about going to church on a Sunday and that's it. Knowing God is spending time with him, enjoying him, telling him everything, even the bits that we think he might not want to know. And then he can show us how special and loved we are by him. I hope that's helped you understand a bit about how important it is to spend time with God. Have an amazing week. I'd love to see some of the work that you've been doing with the prayer journals and with your prayer stations. And I'll be thinking of you all this week. Take care.